These two jobs were done on the same day, and this one is a small back hedge, as you can see, well overgrown. Sorry about the sort of the camera. I had a problem with it keep misting up a little bit. You can't really see it on here, but actually sort of that very fine snow on and off all day. So I do apologise about that. This hedge mostly consists of hawthorn. There's a little bit of berberis in it, and some pyrocanthus, and the traditional brambles. By the look of it, it hadn't been cut for quite some time. So I sort of basically just skimmed the front off, got it back to where the concrete edging was. I only cut up sort of to the height of the fence, as he wanted it level with the fence. And as you can see there, it's mostly cut back. There was a couple of little thick pieces sticking out that I nipped off with the pruning saw. The chap wanted it cut back to the height of the fence, which from my point of view was great, because obviously I've got a nice straight line to follow. On these thick bits where you got thick branches sticking out, I actually just put a couple of nicks on the back of them branches, so when it comes to chucking them through the chipper, they just bend out the way and go straight through, no problem. As you can see, the hawthorn had got a fair bit of growth on it, so it's thick old stuff in places actually. But as I was saying, it was sort of trying to snow on me all day actually, and God, it was cold up there. This was actually on the coast as well. The weather this week's been horrendous, really. Monday was thick fog. Sort of on my way to my first job on Monday. There's a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit along the road, and I was actually doing about 20. You really couldn't see a thing. And I think then Tuesday I was rained off all day. Wednesday was sort of heavy cloud, and then Thursday was it tried to snow, and Friday it tried to snow that little bit heavier on me. So roll on spring. That's all I can say at the moment. I pulled the worst of the stuff out here, so I've gone to the hedge cutter, chomped the brambles up a bit. I could see there was a lot of kids' toys in the garden behind, so I was careful not to drop lots of bits behind, even though the garden is a bit messy. At this point here, I'm just double checking where I'm cutting really. Obviously, you don't want to cut it too low, because once you cut it off, you can't stick it back on. And it pays sometimes just have that moment to, just double check that you're cutting just the right place. On a sort of a big dense hedge, to cut the odd branch a bit low by accident, you'll get away with it. But on a hedge like this, which is a bit sparse, if you do cut one a little bit low, it'll stand out a mile. So you sometimes you've got to be a little bit careful. And as you can see, some of the top of it where they're grown together is a bit caught up there. I'm afraid I can't show you a sort of after shot of the hedge, as the camera had missed it up so bad it wasn't reusable, I'm afraid. But this is me now. All the waste is going through the chipper, obviously. I got all this over the top of the hedge using the chipper in his brown bin, and mostly actually it was hawthorn that went through, and it went through lovely, to be honest with you. This is where the chipper comes in invaluable, really, as you can imagine, all that waste. It's not heavy. It's just bulk. It's just like a massive bird's nest, and you've got to try and ram it in your van or your truck, and you still got to take to the tip. So I actually chipped this as well in his time rather than mine, so I actually got paid to chip it, and didn't have to take it away. So actually there is one tip I'd suggest whenever you're doing sort of hawthorn, roses, pyrocanthus, anything like that. Always keep a pin or a needle in your van. I keep mine in the sun visor. You will often use it to gouge out them thorns. As when I did this, actually a thorn went into the palm of my hand, and as soon as I got the job done, got paid, got in the van, needles out, gouging away. So that's a tip. Always keep a needle or a pin handy. While I was actually doing this job, the neighbour sort of shouted at me over the fence, and I thought I always have a moan about something. And he actually asked me if I could prune all his trees, and one of them you can see actually behind me there. I think there's 3 trees in his garden, and so I got that job as well, which bonus. Because usually when you sort of neighbours stick their heads out, 50% of the time they're just having a nose and say hello, and the other 50% of the time they're sort of having a moan or saying, "Oh, don't drop nothing my side." So that was sort of a pleasant shock, really, surprise. Plus another half day's work. Now this is the same day, about 4 doors along. It's a tamarick tree, and they want it cut down. As it's got a good lean on it, and it's actually pushing against the fence. So I mostly used the pole pruner here on this, and the hand pruner a few times as well. As some of the branches were sort of going over to the neighbours, so I used the hand pruner on them bits just to, so you could control them more, and you know you're not going to drop them over. This is actually the first tamarick I've actually took down for at least a couple of years, what I can remember. Often come across them, but never. I can't really remember last time I cut one down, so made a nice change. These are they're lovely trees while they're in flower, but after they flower, God, they're messy trees. As you see, I'm just cutting some of them back limbs off that are over the neighbours. But you often find when you see tamarick trees, they've always got a lean on for some reason, or they look like they're going over. As I say, most of this actually the back stuff I took off by hand. These bigger bits, like here, I just cut a little notch in, nothing special, just a notch. Open that cut up a bit so I can pull it towards me. And know that I'm not going to drop it into neighbours. As you can see again, they're tangly on top as well. I seem to get all the tangly stuff lately. The hedge earlier, I used my Titan with the hedge cutter, but of late, when I was doing this, I was actually using the Parker a lot lately with the pruner. So it seems to like the pruner. So, and as you see, it's a lot of them. I'm not going right through. I've gone sort of most of the way through. Because of sort of potential to sort of pop over the top of the fence into the neighbours and then just finish that little bit cut off with the handsaw so you got hold of it. And this is me just dismantling the rest of it, so I'll let you watch this bit and listen. It's only a little 8-inch bar on the pruner, and obviously the machine's 25cc. But Tamarick it's not the hardest wood, but it is reasonably hard wood. So the little pruner doing well. Once I'd got it cut down, probably a couple of inches off the ground, I thought to myself, oh, you know, just clear up and go. And the lady come out and said, oh, what a lovely job. Do you think you could get the stump out as well? Which I said, yeah, I can do. But as you can imagine, well, a lot of you are probably thinking the same thing. Why didn't she ask 5 minutes earlier, and I'd have had a 5-foot lever attached to it. But let's just say the stump was a bit of a sod. I've got most of it out. I had to cut through the main tap root that went straight down though, which was probably about 4 inches thick. But I did get it out eventually. So, and there's a Tamarick going through. There's not a lot of video of this. You don't want to see me chucking all little bits of twigs through. So it's just a little. You see a few big bits go through. As I said, this is fairly hard wood, really. So. And an hour later, the stump's out. Thank you for watching, and hope it was of interest. Thank you.